How's it going, guys? It's John Arwood here, reporting for She Got Game. I'm here with one of the most powerful voices in sports. You can find her on Unrivaled Basketball, CBS Sports. She's a host analyst, one of the most exciting voices. Isis Young, how's everything
Aw,
going with you?
thank you. That intro is crazy. Thank you. I tried my best, but I'm happy to be here. Finally, I'm happy we get to catch
100%,
up. Yeah, I see you on the road everywhere.
100%. I appreciate the opportunity to chat with you. Again, it was a great opportunity to catch you here. Kind of speak about that. You are an African American woman, and you represent millions across the nation. Essentially, to kind of have the opportunity to host, but not only host, call these games.
Yeah.
What does the opportunity mean to you, and just honestly a milestone in your career?
Yeah, representation matters. We say that, and sometimes we say it just because it sounds good, but it's important. Representation matters to my AAU teammates and old friends and family who text and say, "Hey, I see you, and you're doing a great job." That matters, and I also just think the young girls who know that after playing sport, there's something else that you can get into, and I felt like this was my calling. I felt like God allowed me to seamlessly finish playing and get back into broadcasting, and so I think I just want those to know that one, representation is important, but two, that as an athlete, you have so many opportunities and doors that are available to you that once you decide the one that you want, you take advantage.
Absolutely. I mean, you kind of just spoke about it. You're crazy. You've been a journey from pro player
Yeah.
to, college player, high division one, to kind of where you are now. We have a segment in our in She Got Game. We call it the She Got Game moment. What is that moment in your career where you kind of knew you arrived and you knew you were doing this at a really high level?
Yeah, great question. I would say from my broadcast career happened in November 2022. I was the first sideline reporter for the first ever women's college basketball
Absolutely.
game on NBC.
Absolutely.
And I worked with my mentor, LaChina Robinson,
Yep.
and
Yep.
my dear sister, Zora
Yep.
Stevenson. And so I think that moment let me know that I arrived, that I was able to do national basketball
Yep.
on NBC, the first ever something, and my name was on it, along with two other black women on TV. I thought that was a statement that NBC wanted to make.
Absolutely.
And lastly, just working as a sideline reporter. Like if you know me, you know I'm an analyst and I'm hoops,
Yeah.
but I think stretching my opportunities in sideline is also really important. And
Absolutely.
so building my versatility. But I think that moment, anytime I think about it, mention it, Sela, China, and Zora, I almost get emotional because I'm like, dang, I didn't realize that that type of moment really let me know, like, hey, these opportunities are actually real. They're actually present. And thankfully, I had great black women around me that pushed me forward to be in them.
Unbelievable. Yeah, it sounds like just powerful people
Yeah.
helping other powerful people. With that being said, even kind of speaking about being resilient, being able to adapt and all those things, I kind of want to transition to the W. Right
Mm,
now, one could argue it's at its peak,
yep.
right? However, with the contract negotiation stuff, unfortunately, this could possibly stunt his growth.
Yeah.
But with Unrivaled and other avenues, they're still finding success. They're still honestly almost flourishing, even better, you could argue.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you, and how cool is that to see just for other women making it happen, regardless of their situation?
Yeah, I mean, it's players that are deciding that they're not just going to shut up and dribble, right? They're deciding that they're actually going to start leagues, they're going to build equity, they're going to get the brands, get the partnerships, and get people to really invest in women's basketball. I think Unrivaled has shown us that you can change the style of the game and we still watch. You can put it in one place and people will still come. I think Athletes Unlimited, that plays in Nashville, same thing,
Yep.
offers a different opportunity. And right now, the W has some decisions to make, right? If they want to be for the players and include them in their growth and success moving forward. In any other job in the world, if you were contributing to the success of a company, you would be compensated for that. But for some reason, we have a tough time understanding that concept in the W. And I like that the players are fighting for that. If you don't fight now, what's going to happen later, and so they're fighting now, so later the women and those that have come before us are getting what they're supposed to get.
That's unbelievable. I think that's really greatly put. It actually leads me to my next question, my final question for you. Essentially, we have unlimited talent. It seems
Mm.
like all through the SEC, Big Ten, including the W and things of that nature. What is something you would like to see from them to leave for future generations to come of young girls who are following as this game continues to grow and just continues to expand
Yeah.
and really elevate?
I'm going to say this, and it's a very specific one. I think giving back with your NIL money. You know, these athletes, I have no problem with them getting the bag and profiting off of their name, image, and likeness because they work so hard to do so. But I know that I have had countless AU coaches that have brought me to practice, that have shown up, that provided hotel rooms for teammates, did the carpool, and there are people that we need to give back to. And so if it's not an organization that helped you get to where you are, then it's got to be the local trainer or the local YMCA. And for nothing else, giving back to young girls in sports and letting them know that there are opportunities and resources that exist here. So for me, I'm very specific about when I go on the road and I'm talking to different players, figuring out how they're using their money to be impactful, to make a difference. And that's what I care about.
It's unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, Jersey native Isis Young, we appreciate her killing it on the Coretta Scott King Classic, unbelievable. And I appreciate you for your time. Thank you
Thanks
so
for
much.
having me.
Always.
Appreciate you.
Anytime. Thank you so much.